What's up, everybody? It's Jasmine, and today I found a good topic to talk about. So, there was this thread where guys were talking about things that they sometimes are lacking from other people, like women in their lives. And one thing that came up was like emotional support. And a lot of people, they're there to help their friends. They give emotional support and a shoulder to cry on to their friends and family and things like that. But then when they're going through a difficult time, they don't receive the same thing back. And I myself, I could relate to that, not because I haven't received emotional support back, but sometimes I've felt like, suddenly I don't know what to do when I need to be the strong one. But recently I have been the strong one, and I think I've done a pretty good job of it. And so I thought that it would be, I would like to talk about how you can be a good emotional support to men in your life. Because for me, I've got two older brothers, so they've always been there for me, and I've always seen them as like people that I can rely on and can talk to and can tell them when I'm going through a difficult time. So then when they're going through a difficult time, sometimes it can be so shocking because in our eyes, oftentimes like your bigger brothers or, your best friends, they seem like such strong people. So then when you see that they're struggling, it can feel difficult to give them support, but it's actually quite easy. So one of the main things you can do is just listen. And I know a lot of the times guys can have issues opening up, they don't want to, or they perhaps feel uncomfortable opening up because it's not what they're used to or anything like that. So for myself, when there's a guy in my life who is struggling with something, usually I'll notice that they'll just sort of mention it in passing, like they won't bring up the whole thing, but they'll maybe say something that sort of shows that there might be something going on that they're finding difficult. So they might sort of say, like, for example, they could just call you out of the blue and you don't know why, and they might not say much, but it could be a sign that they're actually reaching out and they need some support at that time. So what you can do is you can take the initiative and talk to them and say, hey, what's up? Thinking about you, hope you're doing all right, and things like that. And if there's somebody who's really close to you, like an ex-boyfriend or your brother or whatever, you can just send them a message like, I'm proud of you, and I'm I'm glad that you're my friend, and you can talk to me about anything, and just tell them that you're there for them, even if they haven't said anything. You can take the initiative and tell them that you're there for them, and that can help because if they don't feel like they can speak up, then they might just keep holding it in. But by saying something, you might open up the way. And I know my brother, he's when he's been feeling down, he's sent me a message, like saying that he's worried that he's been a bad brother and things like that. And that's when you need to tell them about how much they mean to you and how proud you are of them, and that they're not, whatever they do and whatever they want to be in life, you accept them and you love them, even if they hit rock bottom. You'll always be there to be their champion and to cheer them on to keep on going. Because I know, like for myself, when I have a boyfriend, or yeah, like if I have a boyfriend, in my mind I think of them as being like a a strong person who knows what they're doing in life and they are self-confident and things like that. But they're not always going to be like that. And so if they are afraid of failing and they're not sure about things, you need to let them express their uncertainty and to tell them, like, it's okay to fail, it's okay to not get where you want to go, like, if I failed at something, I would accept that. So you have to open up that acceptance to the men in your life, because oftentimes they feel like they have to be, the strongest person, and that failure is not an option, but it really is an option. It's just another step in a journey. And yeah, so one thing that can really give them emotional support is to let them know that they don't have to be at the top all the time, that they can be lower, they can be having a difficult time and you're still proud of them, like you'll always be proud of them because you care about them, and they don't have to be this awesome person. They don't have to be this person who is, in control of their life. They can be vulnerable, and that you'll always be there for them. Because some guys, they do open up to people, and then they get told that they're weak, and that they shouldn't have opened up, basically, that they should man up and get over it and things like that. And it's things like that that makes men take a dark path, really. They don't see a way out because people aren't giving them the option of seeking help, and they're not giving them the option of hitting rock bottom and coming back up again, because basically when people tell them that they need to be strong, they're telling them that they can't have weak moments, and that they can't be in need, and that they're not allowed to get help. But really, everybody is deserving of help, and everybody is deserving of somebody to listen to them, and someone to be considerate, and for somebody to, to tell them that it's going to be okay, like, I'll be there for you. If you need somewhere to stay, you're feeling vulnerable, you don't know what you're doing, you can stay over at my place. You can, if you need somebody to talk to, pick up the phone. Even if you want somebody to talk to, but you don't feel like you can pick up the phone, I'll pick up the phone and call you. Like my ex-boyfriend, he's been having a difficult time, and he told me, like, I need people to talk to, but I find it difficult to reach out. So I called him instead, because, these things can be difficult. And I think a lot of the times, as a female myself, I can be so absorbed in my emotions that I don't think about the other people around me. So it's good to take strength from yourself and then to give that to other people, as a gift to other people, because other people have given me their strength. So when I'm strong, I should go out and give strength to other people. And I think there's a lot of men in my life who need my help, who need support and encouragement, because I would say I'm pretty good at giving that to the females in my life, because I know how to talk to them, but it can feel confusing and a bit scary about how to do that for the men in your life. But it's really, it's about taking the initiative and giving without expecting them to give back, and without expecting them to be able to necessarily initiate the conversation. You need to let them know that you're proud of them and that you care about them and you're there for them, you know? And that's all anybody really needs. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I got a little bit emotional there, but yeah. So yeah, keep your heads up, everybody, and take care of one another. See ya.